Hello, Funky Junkers. Happy Thursday, my friends. Just gonna pull you up on the iPad here. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's cold in Ohio today. It's only 60 degrees is our high. Yay. Fall is here. Spring has sprung. Fall has fallen. What's going on, everybody? We're going to do a cute little, I don't know, ornament type thingamajiggy with some Reba Rose paper. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe like a little wall hanging. I was thinking ornament because you'll see why I say that in a moment, but I'm thinking it's going to be more like a little weird ord hanging. Denise, I got your happy mail today. Thank you, my friend. I absolutely love it. It's plugged in right outside. She sent me a little cardinal nightlight. I love it. And I like that it's like, it turns on at night when it's dark, which is cool. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Vancy. I am cross-posting to the Reba Rose page today. And today we are going to be using this paper. Denise, I already got it. Hi, Janet. So this is the paper y'all wanted me to use last week. We're also going to be using, if you have any of these from floating around when you order rolls of WoodUBend, hey, Vivian, hey, Jean, you want to save these because they actually end up being really cute things. Hey, Stacy Stevers, what's going on? Hey, Jacqueline. So I pulled this out from a roll of WoodUBend that I just got. You're going to save this. And I was at Hobby Lobby the other day and I bought an entire package. Like I bought actually a couple packages of these globe thingamajiggers. They're like ornaments. Okay. Pull them apart and you've got like cool little things. So we're going to make a little ornament. I think it's going to end up being like a small wall hanging. I don't know yet. And then I went into my pile of, hey Sheila, I went into my pile of like, I don't know, these are those quick casting molds, and I found these two, so we're going to put those at the top and the bottom. So we're just going to see how it goes. I did already cut out the paper to kind of, you know, fit on here, and then I'm going to put this little globe on top of it. So it's like a little 3D looking globe. I don't know what it is, y'all. It's just how my brain works. So we're just going to roll with it. I think I'm going to paint this white because we are decoupaging, so I'm going to grab me some white paint first. If you guys missed my post from earlier, it's Sam's 22nd birthday today. So let's all wish my son Sam a happy, happy birthday. Thank you, Kathy. I did wash my hair today. So yeah, it's a little, as my husband likes to now call me, Goldilocks. It's a little Goldilocks looking, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Yes, I've made tags, Diane. You could do tags. Hey, Phyllis. You can do like all kinds of cool stuff I've done with these before. I like to keep the bigger ones, and I am thinking I'm going to use this WoodUBend trim. I might do another one with y'all if we have time on the smaller one, because I noticed that the smaller one, this is WoodUBend trim 739, and it fits perfectly on there. So I guess you could make all kinds of like cool ornaments for the holidays. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes for Sam. We're going out to dinner with him tonight. I spent the majority of my morning literally doing computer work. My Royals retreat is coming up. Super excited. And I had to like confirm all the stuff, the limo, the glass blowing, and the hotel. I was on the phone with the hotel for about an hour. So yeah, just getting everything together with that. It's going to be here before we know it. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Jackie. And it's cold here today, y'all. Brr. And the light in my office died today, like in the fan. So I took it apart to go change the bulb. There's no bulb in it, y'all. Like, have you ever heard such a thing? It's some kind of LED thing. Now I have to replace the whole fan. I can't. Yeah, I was so annoyed this morning. It is a WoodUBend bonus. So yeah, there's cool things you can do with these. I need white paint because we're going to decoupage on there. So I want that to be nice and bright and white. I thought I had some white paint over here, but I guess I don't. I guess we're just going to use, I guess I do. No, I don't. That's Mod Podge. Guys, why don't I have white paint? How is that even possible that I don't have. And I cleaned my desk last night, so it actually feels pretty good in here. I feel like I opened myself up a little bit. I could have sworn I just bought white paint. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna use French linen because that'll work. I've got some other white paint over here, but I think it's like thinner paint, and I kind of want it to be a heavy. It's 90 degrees in North Carolina, Denise. That's bizarre. It's 62 here today. Ew, it does. I saw where it says I have slow connection. I don't know why. My Wi-Fi is good. 90 though. Ew. All right, this is just chalk paint, y'all, that I'm using. Nothing major. I know, Wendy, so it's low. Oh, batteries and slow. Yeah, I don't get it. So my husband's best friend is like really good and techie. So I said, maybe have Gary come look at it because he could probably fix it. But I need light. I mean, I work up there at night and it gets dark. Better figure that stuff out. So, and I like this because you can hang this on a wall. It's got the little hole back there. I'm just throwing a coat of light colored paint on here just so our decoupage will be nice and bright. 100 in Oregon. Ah, Stephanie, I know. Can you believe that nobody won the lottery last night? The Powerball. Now it's up to $1.7 billion. I can't believe nobody won it. It's crazy. I'm going to win it. I'm going to share it with all my Sparkle chicks. I win $1.8 million. This Sparkle chick's getting a new craft room. This Sparkle chick's getting a brick and mortar with a big, 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 big craft room. Indeed. But wouldn't that be amazing? Hey, Debbie. It's 47 and raining. Yeah, it was raining earlier today. All right, I think I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to put probably one more coat on. Hey, Stacy. I think those crochet molds. Yes, you can definitely. I almost used the cloche mold. And I actually have one coming. Oh, no kidding. I would love to win 150 grand. I actually have the new snow globe mold coming from Mara at Vintage Retail Therapy. Ooh, it's cold in here. And I said that to my husband. He's like, what would be the first thing you do? I said, put money away for college. Faux show. And, geez. Put money away for college, and not that I would have to worry about it with $1.7 billion in the bank. Let me ask you guys this, though. If you were to win a lottery like that big, would you take the payments, or would you take like it all up front in one big thing? I'd have a sheep palace. You're damn right. I'd be buying the $18 million mansion that right down the street from me that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are reportedly purchasing. I'd put them in a bidding war. I mean, $18 million when you got $500 million is like nothing, right? I'd give everybody in my family $1 million. My kids, my children's children would be set for life. That's how I look at it. Oh no, hold on a second. If I disconnect, that's my granddaughter texting me. Hang on a second. Okay, I am so sorry. Was I frozen? Let me know if it, sorry, that was Maddie. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, sorry about that. Maddie texts me and she's like, "Can you pick me up from the library and take me home?" I don't know what Britt's doing, but I was like, "No, I'm on a live," and so I texted Michael real quick, and then I wrote Maddie back and said, "Call Papa." So sorry about that, guys. I didn't want her to like be hanging. Yeah, I would definitely help I would make sure, I would give a ton. We were talking about that, Michael and I. He's like, would you give to charity? I'm like, absolutely. I'd probably like start like a dog rescue program. And I would like give a ton of money to like, maybe like the Shriners or St. Jude's Children's Hospital, some kind of cancer research in honor of my brother. Yeah, for sure. Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so we have our little WoodUBend piece painted. Benefit by taking payments of like 70 million a year. God. Can you imagine? I couldn't even, I don't even think like folks like you and I can even understand what that kind of money is. And secure my kids. Absolutely. I would buy each one of my children a home, all my stepchildren. I'm so sorry. Yeah, St. Jude's Hospital for sure, Maria. Okay. So now I cut out my paper. I don't remember what this was called, but if you go to the Reba Rose site, you can use my link tree. Use my link tree. Go down to Reba Rose, and then when you get to her site, click on the A4 selection, and you'll see these right at the top. They're just the newly released Halloween. I printed out some of them last week. She's got really cute ones. I just did that one. She's got beautiful, I did something. What did I do with that last week? I did something with this somewhere. What did I do with this? Didn't I make this something? I thought I used this paper last week. Oh, that's Mike's secretary calling me. Geez, everybody wants me right now. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, a compound. That's what I would want to do, like 100 acres, like have 100-acre woods. Absolutely, Diane. The fairy. Oh, that's right, the fairy pumpkin. Oh, there it is. Yes, you're right. I did that in my private group with the fairy pumpkin, this fairy stripper pumpkin. I have to finish that yet. Ha. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Hi, Patty. Okay, so I cut this out kind of already. And I don't understand why I have a pencil mark on there. That probably should go away. Maybe it's just a crease. But I'm going to decoupage this on here. I'm going to use some. Susan, yes, you can. No, she's calling because I needed something from her and I emailed her earlier. So she's probably just calling me back. That's okay. I texted Mike about Maddie so he can go get her. Yes, Wendy, her prints are incredibly amazing. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, my husband walks into my office last night and he's like, what is going on in here? I was like, dude, it's all retreat stuff. He's like, you're having a retreat for 30 people and this looks like what you had going on when you had a retreat for 100 people in Cleveland last year. I said, I know. I got amazing supporters and contributors and donors. I just did a post giving a shout out to Reba Rose Creations. You guys should go follow her on Facebook if you're not already. I linked her Facebook page and her little boutique, Ooh La La Boutique. She donated swag and door prize, and so excited. Yes, we are celebrating Sam's birthday tonight. We're all going to dinner. Jack and Annabelle, Sam and Jenna, Mike and I. And thank you for the milestone. Yeah, it's amazing. It was a good week. All right, I'm gonna try to get this on here almost perfectly, and then I'll sand the rest off. Gosh, I hope that's straight. And I was gonna take this little doodad here. I think I need to cut this little hook off. What were you doing to? I know, 22 years ago. I just popped that little nugget off. And yeah, 22 years ago, y'all, I was given, well, let's see, 22 years ago at this time, Sam wasn't born until nighttime. I was in labor. Cheryl Alexinki. Did you join the group, Cheryl? I think I'm waiting for you to join if you search on Facebook, Royals Retreat 2025, it'll come up, request access. There's nothing else you need to do. During the retreat, we're going to be picking names for virtual. I have over 30, almost 40 door prizes for virtual. So we have a ton of door prizes. And no, Sam does not have the same girlfriend. Even though him and Jan are still friends, but no, he's got Jenna. They've been dating for, I don't know, maybe 9 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year maybe. But yes, and you do not need, if you have a virtual ticket to the retreat, you do not need to be present to win. We're going to have your name, write your name down, and we'll be sending out lots of door prizes to virtual. So it's going to be a good time. We'll be going live a lot. April, there are still virtual tickets available. I don't know how many I've sold. I'm going to say maybe 50. I don't know yet. I still have much to do. Much to do. Oh, hey, Catherine. What were we talking about? Oh, so 22 years ago today, I was in labor for like 28 hours. I would be at the hospital 22 years ago at this time. I was in the hospital pretty much all day. I was in labor for 28 hours. 28 hours, and they had to break my water like later on. Sam wasn't born until about 10 minutes to midnight. 11:47 p.m. is when Sam was born. So he's not quite 22 yet. He's got a couple of hours. And then as soon as they broke my water, I was good to go. I pushed for like 20 minutes. Thank you, Patricia. I pushed for about 20 minutes and he was out. He was little. He was only, my kids were only like 6'3" and 6'4". 28 hours. It was very exhausting. I think when he was born, I hadn't slept. If I remember correctly, I went into labor the night before. I think we got to the hospital like at 9 or 10 at night. And then I was in labor I'm telling you, it was 28 hours. Hey, Kathy Wynn. I did know it was a boy. I knew both. You guys, I'll tell you a funny story. So my first husband, their dad, he was married prior to being married to me, and he had 3 sons. So I really wanted a girl. So I found out when I was about 20 weeks pregnant that I was having a boy. And this is awful, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. When I found out it was a boy, I cried. I so wanted a girl. You get the whole day, no matter. Exactly, Candace. Truth. Yes, true story. I was born at 3:33. Jack was born at 10:11. My boys were almost 11 pounds. Holy cannoli, Valerie. What did Sandy say? Let's see. My sound is off from the video. When you stop sanding the edges, my sound is... Oh, you need to refresh, Sandy. Just refresh. I remember, like, so... I had an epidural. I do have a list, Barbara. Yes, I do have a list of who got virtual tickets. Yes, I have everything written down. But yes, I cried when I found out Sam was a boy because I really wanted a girl. So stupid. I mean, I can't even picture having a girl. So, but I was, I cried. And then both my grandmothers were with me. My dad's mom and my mom's mom came with me to my ultrasound. So, because Sam was the first great-grandchild on my mom's, and maybe even for my dad's mom. No, she had great-grandchildren. So, and then when Sam was born, I have this picture of me holding him where I'm just sitting there looking at him like like in awe. And now I can't even picture my life as a mom, a daughter mom. I can't even visualize it. I am sealing this little paper on here now. And now I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. And then when I was in labor, talk about this for a minute. When I was in labor, I had heartburn every day the entire time I was pregnant, like from morning till night. To this day, and this was before the doctors were okay with you taking like Zantac or anything like that. So literally the only relief I had was Tums. And y'all know, like, I'm a texture person. A graft or 2 boys, but I had to have more. I would take boys all day long. Right? I was having a girl or 2 boys, but if I would take boys all day long. But she cost me. All right, so do boys, Candace. I swear, it's so funny. So I had heartburn every day. To this day, I still can't like even think about putting a Tums in my mouth. It makes me want to vomit. Like the gritty texture. And I remember, she would have been very sparkly, yes. But I remember pushing. This is how bad my heartburn was. It was so bad. I remember pushing, you know, and they like have you sitting up, you know, sitting up. So, you know, you're sitting there pushing, and I could see what's going on because, you know, his head's right there. Like literally his head is the only thing that's out. And I remember looking at him, and he came out, there's a term for how he came out, maybe sunny side up. He came out kind of like sideways, but look more so looking up at me so I could see his face. Oh, she a tomboy, Candace. So I remember just having, I had to go like, my heartburn was so severe while I was giving birth. I remember like looking at Sam's face, the only thing that was coming out, you know, and I had to stop and say, I need a pan, I'm going to throw up. And truer than true, they gave me a bucket and I was throwing up, and I had to like really sit up a lot to throw up. And all I remember thinking is, oh my God, I am sitting on my baby's face. Like, it was just like, you know, I'm going to hurt. I was worried about hurting him because I was sitting there. The heartburn was so bad. And then I was done puking and I laid back down, and one more push, he came right out. And I remember that feeling of, and the heartburn was immediately gone. As that feeling of being emptied, like my heartburn was gone. Craziest story. That's one of the things that I remember about my days of labor, birth, giving birth. Those days are long gone for your fearless leader here. But that's a true story. I thought, and went, oh, Stacy, you cried too. I know, it's so tough. But so then after I had Sam and my kids were 4 years apart, when I found out, yeah, the heartburn was a true story. I'm not even kidding. So when I got pregnant with Jack 4 years later, I was able to take like Zantac, and they let me do all that, right? After literally mom was, hold on, I got to read this. These are too funny. When I was born, I'm getting her global. Oh my gosh. So Jack, but I was excited Jack was a boy because I loved being a boy mom. So it wasn't like that with Jack. And then when Sam, I forgot what I was going to say, damn it. Shite. I hate when that happens. Totally forgot what I was going to say. I'll tell you a funny story about, when I was in labor. Now, mind you, I'd been in labor for like 28 hours. Sam had no hair. No, not a lot at all. They were bald. Hey, Maggie. My parents left the room. My parents were in the room with me when I gave birth. My dad stepped out on the other side of the curtain, but my dad was the first one to hold Sam after he was born. And my parents had left to go down to the cafeteria to get some food, and I'm in the room all by myself. I don't know where my ex-husband was. And I remember like all these alarms started going off on my, you're all hooked up with blah, 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 IVs and whatnot. And I had all these alarms started going off, and Sunny Side Up, that's what it's called, yeah. And all of a sudden, all these nurses and doctors start running in my room. I had no idea what was going on. What the hell do I know? I'm just, I'm reading a magazine. I'm on the phone with my girlfriend because I had an epidural, so I wasn't feeling nothing, right? And the nurses and doctor come running in, and they grab my IV. Apparently, when you have an IV, I'm assuming you get an air bubble in there, and it alerts the nurses. Something alerted the nurses. They ripped my IV out, and I from what I remember, it was an air bubble, which could be deadly, I think. Somebody tell me there's a nurse probably watching in here. And they came in, they ripped my IV out, and you know what's funny? I've never, your heart pumps your blood, but I never really saw it in action. When they ripped my IV out, the arc of blood that was coming, you could literally physically see it going, vroom, vroom, arcing, pumping through the air, and there was so much blood all over the floor. My parents then just happened to come back from getting food, and they walked in, and they were because there was just so much blood everywhere, but it was, in the 3 or 4 seconds that when they ripped my IV out, and that, it's amazing how fast what your heart really does to pump your blood through but yeah. So, my parents came in freaking out, thinking that something was wrong with me because the amount of blood that was all over the floor. Yeah. So that was fun. Sure. All three. No, God bless you. You know what? I wanted to enjoy my labor. And let me tell you, I remember before I got my epidural with Sam, I remember watching the little graph, and I was getting contractions that were halfway up the chart, and they were brutal, holy cannoli, you can't breathe, and it freaking hurt. And then I got the epidural, and I remember after I got the epidural and I wasn't feeling any pain, I was on the phone, I was looking at magazines, stuff like that. And I remember watching the graph, the contractions spike off the graph, and all I kept thinking was oh my God, thank God I'm not feeling that one. Yeah. I mean, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but I have to say giving birth with the epidural was lovely. I mean, I felt enough to push. I didn't have any problem there, but yeah. And then Jack was small too. He was 6'11", but Jack came in 8 hours. I was in labor for about 12 hours. Thank you, Faye. She had a ton of hair. No, see, my kids did not have a ton of hair, but I had heartburn with both of them. But Jack wasn't as bad because I was able to take Zantac every day. Oh, it was told it was too late. Yeah, so Michael tells me, I love when he tells this story about when his oldest was born. His ex-wife, Julie, she pushed him out, no epidural, that kid was here and done, no labor time, just boom, so fast. She was a freaking trooper. Hats off to her, because couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. I was numb from my neck down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's scary when it's coming off of here. And I can't imagine an air ball causing such a commotion. I think they were giving you the wrong. Oh, I don't know what it was, but all I remember is, I don't know what medication, but I remember all the alarms were beeping. My room started beep, 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 and everything. And then all 4 of them came running in, and they pulled out my IV, and it was pew, pew. 8 pounds, 8 ounces. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really remember. I don't remember, but I thought it was an air bubble, because why would they rip my IV out so fast? I don't know. And why would cause an alarm to go off? I don't know. Shelly Stacklin, she was a pediatrics or a labor and delivery nurse. Maybe she would know. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that story. All right, so here's what we got. So now I think what I want to do is we're going to put our little globe on. I wonder if I can use UV on this. Hey, Louise. I wonder if I could put our little globe on. And then I want to take these fancy pieces. This is an IOD mold. And I was thinking about adding it up here. And I'm going to paint it, of course. So it's not going to be white. Head with no epidural, maybe had one. I figured why not, right? Oops. So I'm just going to add like these up to the top. I'm going to try to center that. So see, it's just going to kind of be like a little weird and wonky looking, little fun. I don't know what you call this thing. I'm good, Louise. How are you? Tammy, 10 pounds, 30 and a holy cannoli. As soon as I broke my mind, they were here. Yeah, and you know what? You know, it's funny. Both my kids, they had to break my water with both. I don't know if I want to put these on. What color paint do you think I should be using on here? I'm thinking my royal bronze color would be really pretty. Let's make this kind of old worldish. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so we're gonna paint these, and I'm gonna make this flatter. These are that quick casting molds, and if you heat them up, they get soft. Oh, you had a breech baby. I was born breech. I came out butt first. My mom loves to tell this story. My kids were both early too. They were, see how it flexes when you get it hot? Both my kids were 2 weeks early. 4 pounds, that's tiny. My kids were 6'3" and 6'4". Okay, just want those nice and flat. We're gonna paint these with some royal bronze. I don't think I have any good royal bronze. Do you remember the last one I tried to open this? It wouldn't open. Yeah, see, something's wrong with that one. And this one, I don't know if there's anything in here. Oh, there's enough. Okay. This one, I don't know what's up. That's like glued shut. So I'm just gonna grab a little small brush. Unless it was the wrong med. Yeah, I don't know. I, honest to God, I don't know. I just remember my mom walking and oh my God, what happened? Like she thought I was, you know, she thought I had delivered the baby already, but I hadn't. I don't know why I think air bubble, but maybe I'm wrong. Would they have, I could be wrong, but I definitely know that happened, but I don't know the reason. But that's the only time, like, where I remember thinking, like, I could look back at that moment and think, when you think of a heart pumping blood, it's amazing. But yeah, those are my labor and delivery stories. God, we can do a whole, like, live cast on labor and delivery stories. Jack was easy. I'll tell you about Jack on his birthday a week from today. I'll tell you how Jack's labor was and his story. Tuesday is my birthday, and you guys are going to want to be on my live on Tuesday. I'm kind of going to do a little gift away for hitting my 250,000 milestone. So I've got some giveaways, and one of them is going to be rather spectacular in celebration of me hitting 250,000 Sparkle Chicks strong. So yeah, I was breech. I came out butt first. You ever meet my mother? She'll gladly regale you with that story of how I arrived in the world. Okay, so That was easy, wasn't it? These things paint so nice when you use that quick casting epoxy or quick casting resin. Okay, I don't even think I'm gonna have to do 2 coats. I think that actually looks pretty good. Just wanna make sure you get in all the little nooks and crannies. Did you hear the woman? Oh my God, did you guys see the comment on one of my videos, a fast play video that I had posted? I've been reposting a lot of the old ones because I did so many for fall. And I said, get in all the nooks and crannies. And she like did like all caps, like, don't ever use the word nooks and crannies unless you're talking about biscuits or something like that. And I was like, look, lady, let's take it down a notch. We're talking about crafts here, not breakfast. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, Kathy just landed in Oklahoma City. I've been there many times. Okay. So we're just going to dry these little pieces here. Yeah, so make sure you guys come on my live on Tuesday. It's going to be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to get crafty. I'm going to do some giveaways, celebrating my birthday and my 250,000 milestone. So if you want a chance to win, make sure you're watching. Oh, Vicki, your baby turns 41. I just turned 51. 51. I feel like now that I'm like half a century old, it's like now you're like on the downside. Like, it kind of sucks. I want to live forever. But I mean, I had no idea that. Right, Sherry? So my sister-in-law, my younger brother's wife, her brother, I believe that they are preggo with baby number 11. I personally don't want 11 kids, but I like love do that. I think it's amazing. Amazing. Okay. I'm not going to paint the back just yet of these, but I just did the front. That's my royal bronze. To the point, but I had 10 hours surgery to save my leg. Oh my God, Jackie Turner. 52 people are weird. The comments. Oh my gosh. I know. I think they're funny. 62 on the 15th. My husband's birthday. He's going to be 51. He's going to be 63 on the 16th. I want to live forever. I want to be a vampire and live forever. But look at how pretty that royal bronze is. That's black paint mixed with Paint Pixie's copper, like metallic copper. Barbara, I'll be 51 on Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, Rhonda. That happened to my girlfriend on her fingernail. That's craziness. All right, so we're going to glue these onto here. First, I'm going to make sure this is nice and... I guess I should... Will alcohol work on this? I feel like I want to make sure that it's nice and clean on the inside. That's the one I left on, so I'm going to do this. Thank you. Just want to get any fingerprints that maybe I had left on the inside, because once this gets on here, I think I'm going to use, what is that? Look, I'm leaving crap all over it. I think I'm going to use, oh yeah. So I got the inside nice and clean. Although that looks, cracked. Let's use this one. Thank you, Susan. Okay, I'm gonna use this one instead. That is the most celebrated. I believe it. Oh, you know what, Pam? Back labor is what bothered me. And you know what's funny? Like, I can still, like, when I might, like, I don't get a period anymore. I haven't lately. But that's what bothered me when, like, PMS, I always had, like, back cramps, which makes sense as to why I had back labor. That was your last. Okay. Is that good? I just want to make sure the inside is nice and clean. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to get that set up. I think that I could probably use, what's it called? UV epoxy on here, being that it's clear, but I'm not sure. Or should I use like Fabri-Tac or something? Do you guys think that UV epoxy would work, being that it's clear? I really think that it should. Let's try it. All we can do is try it. Broke your tailbone? Oh no. That had to have been painful. $47 and $27. Yeah, but you know what? It's not such a bad pain that we won't do it again. Probably gonna put my glasses on for this. 3 pounds. Aw. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to put this on with a little bit of UV, which I think will work. It's a little off-centered. That's just how I probably laid it on there. See if this works. My ex-husband was born 3 months early. He was born in 1957, and he was born 3 months early. And I think he only weighed like 2 pounds when he was born, and he survived. What are y'all talking about? Among, I know, and her son were killed by her. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know if this is going to work or not, y'all, but I guess we're going to find out. I think because it's clear, it should hold everything on there. Hi, Dewana. Just making sure. Because it's clear, it should go all the way through. Let's find out. Go get your 2 more of the paint, make a star. Oh, you mean like go all the way around? I could. Let's see if this worked. I don't know. Sweet. I guess I don't need to worry about cleaning it right now, but just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to. I kind of organized my little cart over here yesterday. I was trying to Michael worked a little bit late yesterday, so I stayed up here and organized my desk and I'm going to try to get over here organized. My ex-husband was older than me. Yes, Beverly, I did. I thought I texted you that I did get it. Okay, so that's what we have so far. See, it's just like a little fun little thing. I don't know. No, UV will not melt plastic. So then I wanted to take these things, but I think I want to put these on last because what I want to do is but see, this is kind of like what it's going to look like. It's just going to be some fun, but I want to put some, oh, it's going to be fun. I like a little spooky wall hang. I don't know what we're making. I'm just like playing at this point. So see, and then it's got the little, it's just using a WoodUBend round, and I want to put molding around. So I got this WoodUBend molding, and then I want to put something around here on the inside, which I'm thinking, let's see what that looks like. I have some of this trim. I have some of this trim. I mean, this isn't like anything crazy crafty. No, I don't like that. I think maybe we'll have to do some rhinestone trim. I don't know if this is the look I was going for. Let me see. I mean, that's not bad, and then we can rhinestone it. So see how it just kind of covers up? And then you can put this on top. Do I like that like that? What do you guys think? Or do some bling trim, because I do have some let's see. I have some of this, which might work. This is just like black and gold rhinestone trim that might be cute too. So I don't know what we're gonna use. I'll just keep both of these out. The water, there was meconium. Oh yes. That's like poo, right? Meconium, right? If I remember correctly. It's been a hot minute. So anyway, I have this WoodUBend trim here. It's $7.39. I will do a supply list too. Oh, and while I'm here with you guys, if you watched my live yesterday with Totally Dazzled, I finished this tray last night. But look what I decided to do. I decided to add the stripes all the way around. So over here, did that not turn out so singing adorable? I'm going to be doing a post on this later with supply list, but that turned out so adorable. I think it's really just cute. So I wanted to show you guys that. Your hair looks like Stevie Nicks. I was, honest to God, I was getting like old. I looked in the mirror before I came on here. I was like, I feel like I look like I have hair of like a younger Taylor Swift. Isn't that funny? So this is like the skinniest WoodUBend trim that I have. It's number 739. And I was thinking of maybe just using some of this, but I don't know yet. I was going to go around the outside with it. This might actually be a little bit too thin, too thick. I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay. Then it probably wouldn't hang right if I use this, so I don't know yet. I feel like I need one more behind it. Not bad, unless I go this way and put the thicker part on this side. Unless, which would make it a lot easier. Let me think about this for a minute. What if I were to use another WoodUBend round backer? What if we were to make it a little thicker? Oh no! Crap the bed, Fred. Hold on. I need... There we go. I need this one. If I were to smush these together, they're not totally even though, then I could probably get this to lay down a little bit better. All right, let's do that. Let's just do it. Yes, you probably, oh, that would have been a good idea. Well, I didn't do that, but see, that's a good idea. See, I'm giving you guys ideas. You could put like little, that would have been cute. Damn it, why didn't I think about that? You could have put like a little glitter, like little shaky glitter things. What's up, Mandy? That would have been super cute. Yes. Why the heck not? All right, let's just do it. Just gonna use some wood glue. That way we can add our little WoodUBend trim around there. Bougie it up some. Yes, actually I grew up like 5 minutes from the Great Lakes Mall. Yes, ma'am. My parents live like right down the street from there. If you're gonna go there, stop at Endless Designs Boutique. She is a donor to our Royals retreat in a couple weeks. And she's right there by the, like, probably west of the Great Lakes Mall. But that's where they're having graduation at this year. What school does your son go to? That's pretty cool. We have ours at our local church over here called Parkside. Okay. I'm just going to heat it. Be careful with your heat gun on this, because that probably would melt. But how cute you can make these if you have these in smaller ones. You could seriously make one of these for like, and hang them on your Christmas tree, right? And do like Christmas paper, like a little bird, and do the little floating things in there. I didn't even think about adding like little sparkle glitter. That would have been fun. I should have done that. That would have been cool. You come from a family of 15. It could be my birthday. And Lisa and Kimberly and Shelly, happy birthday. Yes, hers is in October. But yes, Candace, for the retreat, we're just going to sing happy birthday to everyone at dinner on Saturday. Heck yeah. We got lots of birthdays. Oh my God, Karens of the world keep their, I know, right? Girl after number 4 and 3 boys. Oh, my ex-husband had 3 boys from a previous marriage, and then he had 2 with me, so he's got 5 sons. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. I just glued them back to back. Has she, Rhonda? I'll have to go look. Fake snow would be cute in it if you do like Christmas ones. That would have been super cute. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, well. Yvonne comes from a family of 15. I can't even believe it. Stacy got her girl after number 4. Oh my gosh. And I'd raised 3 boys over again before I raised their daughter. Oh, Stacy cried too after having, yeah, I don't regret not having a girl now. Oh, that was a big bird that just flew in front of my window. Yes, you can totally do that. Just make sure you get that all like sealed at the bottom, which I think I got most of it, but there might be a couple of gaps, but you could probably go over it with another thin bead. Make sure you don't want any glitter falling out or everybody will be cussing you. Cindy, I met Michael. I was working in corporate America for 24 years. I had my job and I was divorced. After my divorce, I had dated a very narcissistic, toxic drug addict. True story. Luckily, by the grace of God, I got through that and, pulled my head out of my rear, basically. The clear topper actually was a clear ornament from Hobby Lobby. They're big ornaments. You can pull them apart. And I was like completely done with men. I was happy on my own. I bought my own home. I was working full time, just raising my kids. And, all right, so I'm just going to do this. And I think, should I paint this now? I probably should paint it flat. It's probably going to be easier. So let me just cut it out where I want it. And Michael would come into my work. I worked in the steel industry for 24 years. And Michael would come into my work to buy material. And he had the eye out for me longer before I even noticed him. Because I wanted nothing to do with man. He kept asking me out for months. I just kept turning him down, saying nope. I just kept saying, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. He was constantly wanting to take me to lunch, and I was like, no. And then finally, he came in, he asked me to lunch one day, and I was like, no, I'm good, but thank you. And, you know, I just was just like, geez, would this guy like not stop and just leave me alone, right? And then he walks in like an hour later, and he drops a bowl, like a to-go container on my desk, and he's like, you wouldn't go to lunch with me, so I figured I'd bring you the world's best Italian wedding soup. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks kind of like deal. So that was on a Friday. I'll never forget it. And our phones were out of service at our job. And so I ate the soup, which I really wasn't a fan of Italian wedding soup. So I was like, ew, it's like my least favorite soup, right? And so I ate the soup, and it was actually really good. And I was like, damn, that's probably the best Italian wedding soup I've ever had. Well, our phones were out at work, and I wasn't going to tell him. I wasn't going to call him from my cell phone because I know, Candace. And I was like, then he's going to know my cell phone number, and I didn't want him to have my phone number. So I never called him to thank him until Monday when I came back to work. And all week long, apparently, which I know this now, that he was stewing. Like, what the heck is up this girl, man? She won't even look at me. She wants nothing to do with me. He was totally butthurt, okay? I didn't know that. And he was like, I'm not, you know, if you knew my husband, like, you would know he's very confident, and he usually gets what he wants. And he wasn't used to being rejected by the fairer sex, put it that way. And so on Monday, I call him, thank you for the soup, from my work number, because I didn't want to give him my phone number, right? So he calls on the phone, and I was like, thank you, it was very good, I appreciate it. And he was basically like begging me. He's like, come on, just go out with me, just meet me for a coffee, just something, you know, meet me for a drink after work. And I was like, look, it's my kid's first day of school. I think it was August 16th of 2016. It's my kid's first day of school. And I was like, man, I got to pick up my kids from daycare by 6 o'clock. I got off work at 4:30 or maybe 7 o'clock. I don't remember. But he's like, one drink. So he's not used to, I know, yes, he was not used to women turning him down. So then I'll tell you guys a funny story. I said, okay, fine. If I meet you for a drink, will you just stop asking? He's like, yes. So we met at a bar in Menor called the Hooley House, right down the street from the Great Lakes Mall. And I remember pulling in, and so in between then I had given my phone number. And so I texted him, and I was like, hey, are you here? And he was like, you don't see my truck? And I was like, I'm sorry, there's a lot of trucks in the parking lot. And so that was another thing where he was like so used to people fawning over his big truck. I didn't even know what kind of truck he had, right? So he was just like, man, you're killing me, Smalls, you know? And it was so funny. Yeah, so that's our love story. And then needless to say, we had a drink, and I just remember looking at him thinking, oh my gosh, he's so good looking. He's got like all my qualities. He's got the Rock Revival sparkle jeans on. He's just cool. He's sweet and gentle and, you know, yada, yada, yada. And the rest is history. Here we are. 9 years almost. It'll be 10 years next August, next year. So that's our little love story. Okay, we're gonna need some more wood glue for the WoodUBend. And I'm just going to put it right around that. Thank you, Crystal. So yeah. And then, as I say, the rest is history. Can't believe it. I hope I don't screw this up. And then we were, oh no, it's coming apart, y'all. That kind of sucked. That's wood glue. Why is it coming apart? That's weird. Oh, maybe because I didn't take the wood glue to the end. Hey, Kathy Canova, I was just thinking about you the other day. I think about you every day. Where you been? Let me just squirt some glue in there. I'm assuming maybe because I didn't take the wood glue all the way to the sides is why it's lifting from the sides. Got to do a little bit of emergency CPR here on this. I should have known better. I don't want to get... Maybe I wasn't meant to have them together. I guess I should have checked that first. Man, it's getting hot in here. I gotta open my window. Hang on. Okay. Is the magic number make it or break it? Now, we've been together 9 years. And we've been married, we got married in 2019. Right, Cindy? I know. And you know what? Thank God my husband was persistent. And now he tells that story. He's like, I could not figure this chick out. And he had noticed me way before I even knew his name. He had seen me when he would come in to pick up material. I don't know what's going on. Should I just try to... Is this sticking over here? I'm thinking it's because I didn't put glue all the way. Just... So you can add the glitter. No, it's the two pieces of WoodUBend are lifting, not the piece itself. Not the bubble part. It's the actual, because I took another WoodUBend backer and stuck it to the back of this one. Yes, that is so weird. I wonder if it's because it's not flat. Or maybe they weren't perfectly flat. You met yours in a bar, Debbie. That's okay. A lot of people meet different ways. My brother met his wife on a dating app. Sal and Brittany met on a dating app. Let me see if I can heat this up. Frame outside here. I can... Yeah, it's the two pieces that I stuck together. It's almost like I need to clamp it. Get out the best. Let's see if I could squish some glue down in there. I'm gonna master my craft right here, y'all. Oh, it would have been 40 years, Debbie. God bless you, though. It's amazing. My parents are just celebrated 53. April, that's how me and Mike feel. Dee Dee, I see Michael's ex-wife like at the grandkids' birthday parties, baptisms, stuff like that. We run into each other here and there, but yeah, I mean, the kids see her all the time, so I see her like at birthday parties and whatnot. We get along okay. from mine, but I did not reconnect. We met at a local dive bar. Oh, Mandy, I love that. John and you met on Match.com. I think that's where my brother met his wife. Okay, I think this is working. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more heat. I got wood glue all over my fingers. For a while, he was very persistent trying to catch me. Oh, Judy, I love that. That's how my husband was. And I remember the girl that I worked with, Marianne, she's a very dear friend of mine. And she heard me giving Michael my phone number. And she was like, I can't repeat what she said, but she was like, you are a bleep for giving out your phone number to another Italian, no bless. She's like, you're crazy. And she was like, crazy. And now she's like, I'm so glad you gave him your phone number. I'm like, I know, right? Guys, this wants to keep pushing. I don't know what else to do. Hey, Maria, I think maybe we'll just, if I put that strip around it, maybe it'll just hold it. Feel like it's got to sit here. We celebrated 42 this year, met at a bar, and we're married. I love it. Oh, I love that. My mom's birthday is November 7th. Or church. Meet a good guy at church. Yeah, I didn't want to do any of the dating apps, and I was like totally okay, like being by myself. You know, that's why like he asked me for months to keep going out with him, and I was like, no, I'm good. And I didn't know who he was, you know, but you know, I didn't know that like he was, you know, not used to getting turned down by women, but it kind of, I guess that's what made me stand out because, you know, Michael's successful and business owner, and I want to say like a lot of women that he dated were with him for the wrong reasons. So I think for the fact that me not really knowing him, what he had, you know, was kind of like I don't want to say a turn on, but you know, like I wasn't with him just for what he had to offer, you know, like I didn't know. Married 51. God bless you, Jean. That's amazing. Oh, damn it. In the Northern Trust Bank in Chicago, when mom's friends here found out she was, I gotta read it. She was 12. They all said he's an ale. They lasted good through. Aw. My sister-in-law's 20. Aw. You know what, Clara? That's what I'm saying. I felt alone like that in my marriage. I felt really alone in my relationship after that. And I just didn't want any part of it. Okay, I think we're good to move on here. We're just going to go with it. So I'm going to heat this back up. Yes, I'm going to heat this back up first. Get this nice and pliable. Look like your ex, or you look like... Oh my God, Mike looks absolutely nothing like my ex-husband. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely polar opposites. I don't know about this, guys, but we're going to try to make it work. My boys were... Yeah, this is weird. It wants to pull apart. I'm hoping that maybe when I glue this on, it'll keep it together. And this up here is making me angry. I don't want to snap it either. Maybe I shouldn't have used wood glue on these WoodUBend rounds. I don't know. I'm hoping that when I get some wood glue on here, it'll like, you know, kind of seal itself down in there. It'll fall down in those cracks a little bit and help me keep it together. My kids were, let's see, I met Michael in 2016. I think Sam was like 12 and Jack was about 8. Little youngins. Yeah, because I think Carly was 13. I'm making a mess over here, people. Okay. So I'm just going to sloop that on there. Press, press, press. Hopefully the darn thing will... Man, this is going to be so cute. Now I feel like I'm ruining it because it's being weird. Sometimes WoodUBend has a mind of its own, but this is really thin. I think we're going to be okay. Stay. And then hopefully by adding this trim, that will help kind of like ease up any pulling apart that the two pieces. Yes, Carly, Sal, and Mike lived with Mike after his divorce. He got divorced probably around the same time I did in like 2011, 2012, I think. I'm not really sure. But yeah, they always lived with their dad. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Yes, Arlene, we're taking Sam out for his birthday tonight. We're going to a little Italian place called Bar Italia in Beechwood. I love it there, so I'm kind of excited. What time is it? Oh, I got time. This is small WoodUBend. This is number 739. It's a really, really thin trim, but it's pretty. So I'm thinking that this is going to be good. It's going to help with that pulling that we, like you guys are helping me do this. I screwed up. I did it. I think it's going to help that part that I underestimated. Maria, read my comment. What comment? Sometimes they only show me so many. My husband and I met at a police department. He was and I was a dispatcher. I did criminal history. I went to him first. I thought he was married. My son was married. I saw him for a drink. It was a good group. At the end of this month, God bless you, Maria. That's amazing. Thank you, Cheryl. I will preview as soon as I get off here. I know, Diane. Everybody's got to go get one. I think he's got about 30 left or something. Go get one before they're gone. I've always got along with his kids. I will say, when we moved in here, so we dated for 2016, all of 27, half of 2016, all of 2017. We moved in May of 2018 after my kids finished junior high and like elementary school. I didn't want to move them in the middle of their high school year for Sam. So I moved in May of 2018. We got engaged at our 4th of July party in 2018, married in May of 2019. So when we moved in here, it was rough. I won't lie. It was like a year transition. Just speak of the devil, Big Daddy's home. So his 3 kids were living here. Me and my 2 kids move in. They're very quiet people. They're Italian, but they're like the quietest Italian family you'll ever meet. They're like silent ninja walkers. Me and my kids, we're loud. We walk loud. We talk loud. I mean, it's just how I raised my boys. I never had to worry about anything when I lived on my own. So that was a bit of a transition. You know, my kids didn't have bedrooms my kid's bedroom for like the first 2 months was on the living room sofa while we built bedrooms in the basement, and we had to move everybody around. So it was a little bit of a transit, I would say a year. And, it was tough. It was tough. Like, everybody has different personalities. Mike raised his kids very differently than I raised mine. Not differently, because I think we both have the core values. But, I was a single mom. So it was just different. But, yeah, I think, now, I'm sure I probably still get on Carlina's nerves. We just, everybody has their own. My kids get on my nerves, but no, it was always good. Sam and Sal fought like brothers, and so it did happen, personality clashes, but now we're all grown up and whatnot, so it's all good. Okay, so we have our little thingamajig. What are we talking about? Lots of stuff today, giving birth and love stories and kids. So now Sal and Tonio are gone. Sal's got his own family now, and Tonio lives on his own. He bought a house a couple years ago. Carly still lives at home. Sam's down in Kent going to college. Jack is still here, but I was just thinking about this the other day. Jack graduates in May. A year from now, Jack could be gone, living on college campus somewhere. So you don't know. It's just, Cassie met your hubby at a pool hall. That's awesome. My boys do see their dad. Not as much as they probably, he comes to their games and whatnot, but he's, in all honesty, it's a blessing that Michael came into my life and to their life, because he's been more of a dad to them, than him. Michael bought their first cars for them. He's the one that's taught them, how to be men, so it does work out, Kathy. And that's the thing. Like I tell people all the time, I know, I came from a very extremely toxic, emotionally abusive relationship. Dee Dee, she has a boyfriend, Alex, and she's only 20, she just turned 23. Sal and Tony were both here till they were 26, 27, or 28. So, we're no hurry, and she's got her own salon. She does eyelash extensions, and she's got a boyfriend, and he's going through EMT school. He's a part-time firefighter. So yeah, they'll figure out their own place in the world. But we're of the mind, soul, and body that you could stay at home as long as you want, save money. We have the room, Okay, so next thing, we got to put some blingy trim around here, but I don't want to add these until I get that trim around the inside of the globe. Me and Michael have really never fought, Clara. Can't even say. I've only heard him raise his voice once, maybe twice, but it was nothing at me. Me and Michael literally could spend every day together all day long. Yeah, we don't argue. We don't fight. We get on each other's nerves and we can be joking, but we don't ever fight. But I came from that, my ex-husband, that's all we did was fight and argue. And when I dated, if you guys know, I dated a crackhead. I'm not proud to say it, but I did. And I got sucked into that. I didn't do it, but I got sucked into that toxic relationship. It was terrible, and it took me many years to get out of it, and this is why I'm such a big proponent. I wish I would have known then what I know now, but I guess I had to go through it all because I wouldn't be who I am right now had I not experienced that much heartache. And let me tell you guys, if you know, if you've dated anybody with addiction, it's horrid, horrid. I think I'm going to use the sparkle rhinestone. Yeah, my husband's my best friend. Yep. Yeah, we're best friends. And that's how it is. To work harder at the dating app. You can, but you just gotta do your homework. That's what I tell people. I wish I would have known, I wish I never would have dated the guy after my marriage, because that broke me. And I was so stubborn. Like, I didn't want, you know, I had a failed marriage. I didn't want a failed relationship and have everybody. So I kept it all to myself. I didn't talk to my friends about it. I didn't talk to my parents. Like, my parents knew nothing. My brother would have freaking killed the dude. Like, he just, you know, did not want, and it was exhausting how many people I had to lie to. And the only saving grace I can remember is that luckily he never lived with me. So it's not like I had to kick him out. And my kids hated him. And that's why I said, I'll never let anybody talk to my kids like that ever again. I'll never let anybody treat my kids. And he was mean. And it wasn't physically abusive, but, you know, there was lots of just, he was a horrible human. And I just, if I could tell my younger self something, is like, do your homework, because people lie, especially people who do drugs. And, you know, and I didn't know that. No, I didn't know. I knew he had, when I met him, I thought he was a recovered addict. So, I thought he was a recovered addict. I didn't know that. And then over time, like, just things I started to see were like, man, something's not right here. And by then, you're so far into it. It's so hard. Like, people say, like, my husband, sometimes we talk about, he's like, I can't even just imagine you being in a relationship like that. I said, I couldn't either. No, he died. He died a few years ago. But he would, like, literally, he would steal my card, my bank card. I would have to get rides to work from his mom. I mean, it was awful. Like, the amount of lying that I did to protect him because I was so ashamed. And then after a while, I started to talk to my friends. And then I tell you guys have heard my story before if you've heard me talk about this. My brother gave me the book, Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Myers. That book changed my life. And I started leaving, like, affirmations all over my house. Like, sticky notes, like, you are beautiful, you deserve better than this, you know, smile. And just, like, I'm big into words. I love words, like word porn. You know, so I would read a lot of information. And that book changed my life, and I finally started to see my worth. And as my self-worth grew, he got smaller and smaller, and he felt that power shift happen, and he tried dearly to hang on. I was married to my first husband we were together 16 years. Claire. And then the second one, my older brother, John, Dee Dee. And then the second relationship I was in after my marriage ended that lasted about 6 years, y'all. 6 years. Yeah, and that's Sherry. I'm telling you, I use my platform to talk about that because let me tell you, I just read something the other day too. Somebody had it on their page. I'm going to have to go post it. And I want to read it to my husband because he always asks me, like, why did you stay so long? You're so amazing. I can't imagine you putting up with that nonsense. I'm like, you don't understand what it's like to be that broken. And he wore me down. Yeah. He knew exactly what to say. And then you start to think you're going crazy. Like, I'm telling you, that book changed my life, Shonda. True story. And then I literally listened to Joyce Myers when I was at work. I listened to Joyce Myers, had my AirPods in 8 hours a day. And I'm telling you, where the mind goes, the man will follow. That book changed my life. True story. And I still have regrets. I regret that I put my kids in that position. That still haunts me. But look, I've apologized. I've made amends with my children. Jack doesn't really remember, but it's just the thought of, like, God brought me out of it. I'm not kidding you. And it's funny because when I first started dating Michael, within a few months, like, I kind of knew he was different. And I remember him sending me something, and then I wrote him back, and I was like, Oh, the gaslighting. Yeah, you start to think I'm telling you, I'm a pro when it comes to narcissism. Yeah, I thought I was crazy. Like, then I started to think like, well, maybe I can't even get a crackhead to love me. What kind of good am I going to be to anybody else, you know? So when I first started dating Michael and he sent me something, I was like, oh, he's so sweet. Like, but I was very cautious because I was like, oh, he's too good to be true. They don't make guys like Mike. And, I remember Mike sent me something. I texted him back, do you believe in unanswered prayers? And he said, I don't understand what you mean. I said, meaning that for so long, I begged and pleaded and prayed to God to fix what I had with the drug addict. Fix what I have. Please fix what I have. I want this to work. Save him. You know, I felt like I was responsible for his salvation. And hold on, I want to cut this at the right spot. And God, like, didn't listen. And I was convinced that God didn't care, or God was just ignoring my prayers. And, you know, I was like kind of losing my faith and going through the ringer. And then when Mike came along, it all made sense. It all made sense. Then I understood it. So I said that to Mike. I'm like, unanswered prayers, like, and I said, I prayed for so long to fix what I had, and I was always the good girl. I did everything right. I had a job. I provide for my kids. I own my own home. And, you know, I just wanted him to fix what I had, and he didn't. I said, and now that you're here, now it all makes sense as to why, you know, every prayer was unanswered. It's not like he was unanswered. He just knew what he had in store for me. So he wasn't giving me what I wanted then. You know, it's all about God's time. Exactly. So, and then Mike's response after reading that was, I'm going to marry you one day. True story. Young blonde who was doing a skit or singing on this page, you called her your daughter. A young blonde who was doing a skit. That's probably Carlina. Carly used to have blonde hair. That's my stepdaughter. Yeah. And then I have a daughter-in-law. I've been with Brad for 3 days. I think that we're going to get... Aw, Tanya, that's amazing. You should get married. Go get married. And it's funny because when Michael said that to me, I'm going to marry you one day, I was like, no, I'm never getting married again. I'm good. And then here I am, Mrs. Michael DiDomenico. Yes, he gave me a safe place to fall. I mean, guys, you know what's funny is like, the first year we were together, we would send each other memes, right? And I saved every single one of them. And for his birthday or Valentine's Day, I don't remember, one holiday, when I had a year collected, I put them into a book. You know, you can make books like on Snapfish and stuff. And he cried. He cried when he put it, because it was all of our memes. It was like our little story. You could see how it progresses and what each meme is. Yeah, he said that to me. Yep, I'm going to marry you one day. And I was like, no. It wasn't Carlina. Brittany, my daughter-in-law? Could have been Brittany. Hey, Janet. No, this is my like natural curly hair, but I do have extensions in. Pam, I have not. I love Joyce Meyer. That's why I always say, guys, like, where the mind goes, the man will follow. And I'm telling you, I think because I had Joyce in my ear 8 hours a day and all these affirmations everywhere. I'm a big daily affirmation person. I think where the mind goes, and she says that all the time, where the mind goes, the man will follow. I'm telling you, it's a true, your mind is a powerful, powerful, powerful thing. So, like, I always... Like, for so long, I was telling myself I'm worthless. I was hearing that other guy in my voice telling me, you know, who's gonna love you, you know, whatever, all the things that he did. And where the mind goes, the man will follow. So I think if you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, another day, another, you know, and you're gonna have a crappy day. Marsha, I see you. I see that comment. I don't know. There's a lot of comments going up. I might have missed some. But I see that one. Hello, Marcia. Hi, Susan. So yeah, that's kind of like my little story. So yeah, I like now that it seems like God had a you know, a purpose, like I'd hate to think about where, yeah, I always say that I'm a walking testimony. Year before I lost my 7-year-old. Oh my gosh, Novert, I am so sorry. That's something we'll never forget. 9/11. It's terrible. Vicki, the name of the book, it's by Joyce Myers, and it's called The Battlefield of the Mind. Tanya, so is my girlfriend. She wants to get married. Okay, so this is what I did. Gosh, we're just talking. I'm probably going to get hate mail because we're talking so much and not moving along with the craft. Thank you, Marcia. 30th anniversary. I'm telling you, that book changed my life. I'm not even kidding you. Book changed my life. And then I did read another one. It was called If You're in That Type of Relationship. And look, I don't judge, but I'm going to post that thing. It was on one of my friends' pages. I'm going to find the post. And it was about why women stay. And I want my husband to read it because he always says that. Why did you stay? You're so much better than that. I knew it, but I wish, maybe I can find it. You guys, thank you for the stars, Kathy. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because where we're talking about this, I feel like if somebody's listening that needs to hear it, it might be so truthful. Because I wish, like, I'm a word person. I have to find it. Hold on. Oh, gosh dang it, my big fat thumb got in the way. There we go. Okay, I know it was on this girl's page. Hold on. It's crafting it. And it's funny because when I was going through that change in my life is when I started crafting. I mean, I was broke as broke can be. I know what it's like to have, I literally had like $3 in my checking account till payday, and I had to go to the Dollar Tree to feed my children that night. Been there, done that. Yeah. And their Christmas gifts came from the Goodwill. And that's how I started making a little extra side money, because I would just do some crafts. Okay, here it is. Okay, here. I'm going to read this real quick. It's not going to take long, but it's on a page called Dating with Gracie. And it says, in a toxic relationship, it's easy for outsiders to look at a woman and think she's blind, naive, or stupid for staying. But what they don't realize is she knows. We do, trust me. She knows exactly what's going on. She sees the lies, feels the disrespect, and recognizes the patterns. She's not clueless. She's calculating. She's preparing. Because for a woman, leaving isn't just about packing a bag or changing a number. It's about mentally detaching from someone she once envisioned forever with. It's about grieving. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Okay, hold on. I'm going to start tearing up. It's about grieving a future that will never happen, untangling herself from emotional manipulation, and relearning how to choose peace over chaos. That kind of exit takes strength most people will never understand. Oof, my goodness, I got goosebumps. She might still cook for him, sleep next to him, smile on the outside while dying inside, but she's already detaching. Yes. She's not staying because she doesn't know her worth. She's staying because walking away while you're still emotionally tied is a trap. You'll keep going back, and she refuses to do that. I had went back like 9 gajillion times. So she waits and she heals in silence, and when that mental switch flips and her spirit is numb to his excuses, his charm, and his fake apologies, it's done. Remember I said that power shift? She's already gone long before she physically walks out, and when she does leave, don't expect a warning, don't expect a tearful goodbye, don't expect closure, because when a woman finally leaves a toxic relationship from a piece of clarity and peace, there's no turning back. She doesn't run, she walks, and she doesn't just leave the man, she leaves the version of herself that ever tolerated less than she ever deserved. Oof, man, that was powerful. Yes. So I hope you guys all glean something from that. Yes, but that's where so for me, I did so much reading because words like resonate with me. You guys know I love to write. I mean, I love reading and I love writing my little stories. I love words. Yeah, so for me, that was like my, almost like that's how it happened with me. I had done all the back and forth and gone back. And then when that power shift actually happened, because that book changed my life, that when I eventually walked away from him, he tried everything in his power to get, and it was just like, nope. And it was that power shift. So freaking, that's the first thing. I mean, I gotta screenshot that because that's so good. It's so good. Yeah, that's some powerful stuff right there, but it's called Dating with Gracie. I don't know if that's a page. Yes. It's Dating with Gracie. I get men unstuck in their dating life. She's got some good stuff on there. It's more for the men, but that was a pretty powerful thing. And there was another book that I read that really made me realize how I want to be treated, was called, I think it's on Facebook. It's called Reflections of a Man. I know, but that was powerful indeed. So hopefully it'll help some of y'all. I know I get lots of messages. Some of you all like can resonate with my story, but that is some powerful stuff. And I've been right there in the thick of it. So anyway, that is why I started crafting. And here I am today with you fine, beautiful people. Yes, and now I'm like me. And my husband always says, like, I'm kind of weird. If you knew me, I have like a little weird kind of, I can be a little bit of like a, I'm going to say this in the nicest tone, like a little bit of a perv. So sometimes I say stuff to my husband and he's like, oh my God. He's like, were you like this with any of your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend? I'm like, no, because with Michael, I am like literally the perfect version of myself. And so it's kind of funny because I don't like, there's nothing that I can't do in front of him and say mean things about you and to you. If I get it all the time, but you know what? Back then it would have bothered me. Today, I know who I am. I'm very confident. 12, my husband took a look at me. Oh, I love that. Lock her in the room. Yeah, my ex wasn't like that. And we're talking about my ex-boyfriend. We are not. Marsha just messaged me, y'all. Send you a screenshot of it. Slide in to act like a lady, think like a man. Right? I've always crept, but I kind of loner. That's okay. It's all right. You can be a loner. I like to be a loner. I'm an introvert. You guys wouldn't know it, but I'm an introvert. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. And then we're not talking about my ex-husband, okay? I get along with my ex-husband. This is my ex. My ex-husband, you know, unfortunately that, I don't like to talk, I won't say anything bad about my kid's dad. But my ex-boyfriend, my ex-husband didn't break me. My ex-boyfriend did. And, but I got built back better than ever. But it's still working. It's hard, but it can be done. If I could do it, you can do it. All right, so now we're gonna put these little thingamajiggers. Guys, people are saying, did you see my comment? I probably didn't. They're going by quite quickly, but I will go back and read, or you can feel free to message me because I'm the only one that looks at my messages. So, and for this, I think I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac. I don't think I want to use I don't think I'm gonna use wood glue. I'm gonna use the 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac glue. April, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna stick that right there, and I'm just gonna go to here, all the way up with some Fabri-Tac. So you guys, anyway, that's just kind of my story. It was a good day today. We had some good, deep conversations. I love it. And this is why, and also, like, and I say this all the time, if you have young kids and you start dating, please do your research. Hey, Roberta, do your homework, you know who you're bringing in and letting around your children. And if you're okay with their past and their history, and you're gonna have to answer to that one day, to your children. You finished her jacket. Roberta, I don't know, I made something out of one of those little backs of a WoodUBend thing, and I don't know, I'm just putting stuff together. Oh, and we used like a little ornament, half of a plastic ornament. My husband, when I first, oh yes, I did read that one. You are going to be my wife and the mother of our children. I was left right then and there. I think it's my oldest one. Yes, I love that he adopted your child. Hell no, Arlene. I need to. I still have my 4th of July little things up. I gotta get fall up. Angela, see, sometimes you don't even know who's on the other side of that camera, and I like to think that God maybe put me on this platform to reach out and let people, you know, and you don't know who you touch a life. Oh, Mary. Yeah, so my ex-boyfriend, he actually, yeah, he OD'd. So he never even made it to 50. See that? Look at, and you know what I was just thinking, guys? This mold, if you have it from, that would be like a cool compass project, right? Or like a piratey compass type looking thingamajigger. Joanne, it's cool here. It's 60 today. I have follow-up behind me. Cass? Kelly, that's yours, my dear. Yeah, you can put out whatever you want. Here's my philosophy. It's tough. Let me tell you guys one thing that I have always prayed. And I think my kids, like now, they didn't know then, but they know now. Gosh, Shonda, you crack me up. Actually, today I have on Milani, number 17. I think it's called Plum Rose. And then over that, I have Maybelline Shimmer Sticks or something like that. Yeah, we all go through crap. Don't ever let a steampunk compass, right? Something like that made me look like. Don't ever let anybody tell you that their life is perfect, because bull tucky. But no, like I always prayed to God that my kids never had a drug problem, because that, oh man, it's awful. And I have the utmost sympathy and compassion for people who love somebody with addiction. It's awful. It's the worst. All right, let's see if we can match this up here. Like, I have a lot of compassion for people. Okay, I don't know if this is straight. I guess. I'm just gonna put that on there. Yeah, nobody's better than anybody. We all put our pants on the same. Remember that. Okay. I'm so regretting that I didn't put glitter in this little thing. If you decide to make this, y'all, it looks like a compass, though. It's giving me compass vibes. I think we need to make another one and do like 2 out here and maybe some smaller ones in the middle and make like a cool steampunk. Louise, you would love that. I think Louise is going to do it. Louise, you're doing it. Oh, Angela, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's tough when you love somebody. I have the utmost sympathy and compassion for people who are in that type of life. Okay, I think I got it straight. Oh, it looks kind of cool. All right, see, this is just one of my weird little projects, y'all. I don't know. I don't even know if it really had a purpose today, but we had fun, didn't we? And I if anything, I inspired you to maybe make one. Put some snow or glitter or a little person in there. You can do like little, oh, if you make a pirate compass, you could put like a little ship. Oh, see, I'm getting all these ideas now. Oh, Cindy, you can do exclamation point Sam. Just go to shopfunkijunk.com. Shopfunkijunk.com and just make sure you do JUNQUE. Shopfunkijunk.com and you'll see them at the top. Well, you have to click on Funky Junk Fashions or exclamation. Somebody try exclamation point Sam. Might work, but it might take you to another one. That was on from August 25th on a Facebook page called Dating with Gracie. If you guys want me to repost it and share it onto my page, do you want me to share it onto my page right now? I will. Here. Hold on a second. I just lost it because I flipped over. There we go. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to find it again. It's right here. Okay. I don't want to share it from my friend's page. I want to go right. So go to Dating with Gracie. And she posted it on August 25th. So you're going to have to scroll back some because she does a lot of posting. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Stick with. She's got a lot of stuff on here. Just go to her page, Dating with Gracie. She's got some good stuff on here. Oh, this is a good page. Yeah, go to her page. And it's from August 25th. Just keep scrolling down. Oh, I'm almost there. Never mind. August 25th. Oh yeah, you guys would like her page. All right, I'm sharing it right now onto my page. And I'm just going to type, here's the page. Here's the page here's the appage. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Here's the page we were discussing today. Such good stuff. Okay, I just shared it onto my page. Oh yes, and you guys, I'll do a Joyce Meyer thing too. I'll put her book. It's Battlefield of the Mind. You can get it on Amazon. Yes, you can. Okay, see, that doesn't look too bad. But now we need to bring in some of this gold now. I wish I would have put freaking glitter in there, darn it. Oh well. Don't do what I did. Make your own. Make sure you go to Sparkle Chicks at Home and share with me what your version was. Because that's my free group, guys. Anybody can join it. That's my free group. Sparkle Chicks at Home. And you can go over there and share your creations with the other Sparkle Chicks. And then we also have the Sparkle Room, Chris and myself. All right, I'm going to take my antique gold rub and buff. Look at how good that looks. Oh, now it's coming together. Oops, I put too much on right there. Okay, see the difference? Oh, I love it with the gold. Yes, it looks like a compass. I feel like there are so many ideas you can take from just this and like learn from what I didn't do. Put something in the globe, put some glitter, put some snow if you're going to do a Christmassy one. I think they'd be really cute at Christmas time. And maybe put some fall foliage or some, you know, you could do all kinds of cute stuff for Christmas. There's probably 9 million different ways to go with this craft. So don't be basic and beige. Be bold and beautiful. Ha, that's a show. Oh, we gotta do the sides. My mom used to watch The Bold and the Beautiful. She probably still does. All right, I'm gonna highlight these over here on the side. Okay. I'll get all the sides over here on the fancy trim too. This is an IOD mold. I will take a picture of this and do a supply list so you can get the WoodUBend mold if you wanted to try one. And you just have to make sure, and you don't have to do it like on the back of a WoodUBend, you know, holder. You could probably something at the craft store, like a wood round or something. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a WoodUBend holder. Shite, hold on. Here, I want to get this side over here. Well, just use my finger. Hey guys, it's 5 o'clock. That means it's wine time. Okay, how cute would this have been had we decided to put some glitter in here? I love it. And see, you can hang it on a wall, and it's just a fun little thing. It'd have been cuter if I would have put it in and your grandkids could shake it up, you know, and like play with the glitter. Darn it. Oh well, live and you learn. If you make one, you know. But look it, I like it. So get yourself, my parents are good, Arlene, thank you. Get yourself some Reba Rose paper. I was even thinking this smaller one to do, like here, how cute would this be with this one? Like, and you can have like a little grouping, here. You can have like a little grouping. Like if you put like this one in here of like they're, you know, they're getting married, these little cutie patooties from Reba Rose, and then you stick the other half of your thing on top of there. Maybe do like a little messy bow, you know. I love that rooster. You know, and you can have like a whole little, now you can have different sizes. And WoodUBend comes in all different shapes, so you might be able to have some fun with that. So that's just, you can have like a little Halloween grouping up on your wall somewhere. Sharon's having a beer. I'm about to join you there, sister. I'm going to be pouring myself a glass of vino. Kathy's going to be drinking at dinner tonight. I might be feeling pretty good. Are you going to bling? Yes, I most definitely will bling it up. I've got some projects I want to work on today before I leave, though. I've got to post that one on the page. I've got a bunch of content to schedule. I am about, guys, I think in just a little bit, I'm going to release a fast play of a book that I did a couple years ago for Halloween. So that's coming up later on today. So make sure you check the page. I know some people just go right to watch and you're not going to find anything there. But I have lots of posts posted. Go check out my friend Reba Rose Creations, Terry. She was a proud donor to the Royals retreat. Still have some bracelets left of Sam's. You can still get your virtual ticket, so that's all at shopfunkyjunk.com. Check them out. Message me if you have any questions, if you need anything. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Happy birthday to my beautiful son Sam, and I will see you guys. Oh, look, Rocky knows when I'm about to be done. I think I'm actually going to pop into Royals, my private group, tomorrow to finish that witchy print. So, but I am live on the main page on Saturday. And I have I think it's at 2 Eastern. I'm in an event for celebrating Decoupage Queen, their anniversary. And I have a mystery box. It's a mystery box challenge. So wish me luck on that one. So, anyway, you guys have a fabulous rest of your evening. I might see you tomorrow. I know I'll probably pop into Royals tomorrow. I don't know what time. And I know, I suck. I need to go back to putting a schedule out. But, you know, it seems like something always gets in the way. So anyway, have yourself a fabulous rest of your day, everyone. And I will get this all rhinestoned and then I'll put a supply list together for you. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, guys. All right, y'all. Much love to you. Stay sparkly, my friends. See you later.